Hello everyone, my name is Mohammad Ahmed and today I am going to teach you an interesting topic, that is we are going to convert galvanometer into an ammeter and into a voltmeter. So first of all, we should know what do we understand by galvanometer. So galvanometer is basically a device which is used to detect electric current in a circuit. So that sensing device is called as galvanometer. But we cannot use galvanometer to measure electric current directly. Why we cannot measure electric current directly from the galvanometer? There are some possible reasons for that. Number one reason for not measuring electric current, because it is only sensing, not measuring. So reasons for not measuring electric current directly. Reason number one, the resistance of the galvanometer is high. Resistance of galvanometer is high, because of which it will change the value of electric current in the circuit. Secondly, if high amount of current is passed through the galvanometer, then it can damage the galvanometer. High amount of current can damage galvanometer. So as such, we do not connect galvanometer directly to measure electric current in a circuit. Okay, so first of all, we will convert galvanometer into an ammeter. For that conversion, first of all, we should know what an ammeter is. So basically, ammeter is an instrument. It is an instrument which is used to measure electric current, We used to measure electric current with the help of an instrument that is called as ammeter. Now we have to convert galvanometer into ammeter. So we can convert that. For that, we have to connect a low resistance called shunt in parallel with galvanometer. Let us understand about this connection. So for that, we will consider the circuit diagram. Let us consider that circuit diagram. So here we will take the galvanometer. This is the resistance of the galvanometer, and this one is our galvanometer, and we have connected a low resistance called shunt in parallel with this galvanometer. Let us say this one is our point A and this one is our point B. Let us say electric current I is coming here, then Ig will be going towards the galvanometer, and rest of the current I minus Ig will be going towards this low resistance called shunt. Let us give these points also the name, C point and the D point. Now, since both of them are connected in parallel, so we have to find out a formula by which we can calculate the range of the ammeter here. Since they are connected in parallel, so the potential difference will be same. Here, potential difference will be same. Okay, so now we will understand about the effective resistance of ammeter. Effective resistance of an ammeter we will calculate. For calculating this, we will again understand the circuit diagram. So again we are having the resistance of galvanometer as G. We have connected a low resistance called shunt in parallel with this, and electric current I is going into the galvanometer. Main current I is coming over here, and I minus Ig will be going through this low resistance called shunt. Since they are connected in parallel, so we will use the formula of R equivalent and the resistance are connected in parallel, that will be equals to 1 upon G plus 1 upon S. Now we will take the LCM. LCM will be GS. This G will cancel with this G. So and S will cancel with S. Similarly, you will get here S plus G. Taking the reciprocal of it, what we will get? We will get GS over S plus G. Now let us consider here if G is greater than S. If G is greater than S, then this S plus G will be equivalent to G. So we can write down this as follows: R equivalent will be equal to GS over G. This G will cancel with this G, and you will get R equivalent is equal to S. And this shunt is already a low resistance. It is having already low resistance. Therefore, what we conclude? We conclude that an ammeter is a low resistance device, and the resistance of an ideal ammeter is equal to 0. So this is very important. The resistance of an ideal ammeter is 0. Okay, so now we convert the galvanometer into voltmeter. Now first of all, if we will connect galvanometer directly in the circuit, then what will happen? The galvanometer will take some current from the circuit and it will not give an accurate reading. So we have to convert the galvanometer into a voltmeter, or we have to convert to that device because of which what will happen if this is a conductor and this is point A and this is point B. So if we are connecting something in parallel to this, then the current should be same, or current should maintain the same between point A and point B. Therefore, the resistance of that device which we have to connect, the resistance of that device should be very high, or we can say that the resistance of such device should be infinite, and that such device is voltmeter. So what we are going to do is we are going to make some changes, right? What kind of changes we are going to do? This is our galvanometer, and what we are going to do? We are going to connect a resistance in series with it, and the value of this particular resistance is high. So we are connecting very high resistance. Therefore, what we will get? We will maintain the same current. Same current I will be maintained between the 2 points here, that is point A and point B. Now, what we have done here, we have connect a high resistance in series with galvanometer. Once we have done this, then we get a device called voltmeter, which is an instrument used to measure potential difference. It is an instrument which is used to measure potential difference. Now we have to calculate the range once again. So for that, we will consider this particular circuit diagram. The current, let us say this is here is Ig, we can say, and this Ig current will be flowing same in galvanometer as well as towards this high resistance. So here the total voltage or potential difference will be equals to V1 plus V2. Let us say the potential difference across galvanometer is V1 and across this R is V2. So total voltage V will be equals to V1 plus V2 as we have written here. Now this V1 is equals to Ig into G as per the Ohm's law. Current into resistance plus current into resistance. We can take Ig common from here, then we will get G plus R. Then we can calculate the value of R as follows. This Ig will be coming to this denominator side, which will be equals to G plus R. Now V by Ig equals to G plus R. Solving it further, we get V by Ig minus G equals to R. So if we know the value of the resistance of the galvanometer and the current flowing through both of them, then we can calculate the value of the resistance which has to be connected in series with this particular galvanometer. So this is R equivalent equals to G plus R. So this is very high resistance. So the equivalent resistance of voltmeter is very high. Equivalent resistance of this voltmeter is very high. Therefore, we conclude that voltmeter is a high resistance device. Voltmeter is a high resistance device. So let us now conclude whatever we have understood so far. We have understood that we can convert galvanometer into ammeter and voltmeter respectively. Ammeter is a low resistance device. The ideal resistance of an ammeter is 0. Voltmeter is a high resistance device. The ideal resistance of a voltmeter is infinite. So this is how we have understood that how we can convert galvanometer into ammeter and voltmeter. For an ammeter is always connected in series in the circuit, while for the conversion we have to connect a low resistance device, or we can say low resistance called shunt in parallel with the galvanometer, as we have seen. And for the conversion of galvanometer into ammeter, we are connecting a high resistance in series with the galvanometer, and voltmeter is connected in parallel with the circuit. So that's all about these topics. Thank you and have a nice day.